Hello, take your time to browse the things I have for sale. Truly a wonderful purchase, or yours. What a wise decision. Enjoy. I'm sure that's something you'll be using. Oh, very lovely choice. Care to buy anything else? Thank you for your support. Thank you for the support. I've got some time to chat. You know, Astro, that tune is always sleeping wild in the oddest places. Once I found him even sleeping on one of the many trains here in Garden View. I'm unsure how long he'd be there if I hadn't woke him up. I've got something I can share, but randomly can be seen carrying that inky little sculpture he calls Junior. Not sure if he truly has any attachment to that little art project of his, but I keep seeing him recreate the thing. Honestly, a bit odd to me. Boxing's been up late at night recently. Tells me he can't sleep when I ask him of it. I wonder if a music box ever needs his own music box to sleep. Pfft, what an idea. Have you heard of this book club some tunes are attending? You have to be invited to such. How exclusive. It's a shame I'm far too busy to attend, even if I wanted to. It was Britney. I wonder what she was doing up so late. God really depends on me to keep things running well. Bush once approached me and asked if I could help, if she could paint me. I declined. There's no way I have to sit for hours and hold a pose. I may be dyle timelessly, but I'd rather not waste that much time. Danicus doesn't believe me when I tell him, but I swear Connie is watching me invisible at times. I'm told I may be simply paranoid, but I don't believe so. Between you and me, I think Cosmo's baking is better compared to Sprouts, which is shocking, because I believe Cosmo has burnt more batches of baked goods, but when that sweet food isn't burnt, it's delectable. I hope you are aware any earnings I receive from purchase go right back to Danicus. I work alongside him. We're associates in a way. No, I'm not allowed to take tips. You know, Finn isn't terrible company. I'd argue it. I enjoy his company. I allow him to ramble on about his our interests, and in return, I get to go on about my train interest. It's the perfect trade-off. And let me know, my neck hurt. I'm taking my neck hurts, but hold on. My neck hurts. I'm in pain. That's hard. Let me tell you about Flutter. She's lovely, truly, but I can't help but wonder how far she can truly fly. Think about it, she can fly for so long, but how high could she reach? Could she perhaps pass the clouds? I can only wonder. I can't even fathom how anyone can pass by Gigi's room and not be concerned. I swear, every time I pass by that room, she just has more things. How many times can I have? How many things can one have? How many collections warrant such? You know what? I'll admit something. I'm concerned for Glisten. The amount of times I've seen that mirror bump into things. Well, it's concerning to say the least. I asked him if he was clumsy. He, of course, went on that tone he uses. No. Wait, should I use Glisten? I feel like I should use Glisten's voice for that. Hold on. He, of course, went in that tone he uses. No. Oh, listen, I'm perfect, not clumsy. I can see through that. Here's a little something to know about me. I don't like physical contact. I'd rather people ask before they go and hook me and whatnot. You know who loves to hook? Goob. I honestly don't have the energy to deal with his energy sometimes. You know, the circus bunch, or whatever they call themselves. I wonder if such unlikely group would be friends, if it weren't for the fact they work together. Honestly, I don't know if I'd consider anyone here even a friend. I consider everyone more of a co-worker, associate. Time to spare? Well, I've got something to share. And I'll tell you one thing about for certain, that pet rock Danticus has is fascinating. He recognises all sorts of commands, though he doesn't just do them for anyone. I've only seen him do certain actions and tricks for tunes he prefers. More tricks to cheer up Dandicus, for what I've observed. I don't have the luxury of friends. You know what? You know, if you really think about it, a boy called Poppy is a bit morbid. Morbid. Maybe it's just me. Have you seen the twin masks, Razzle and Dazzle? Children used to get their names mixed up, but I've heard they both really enjoy their names. Can't say I hate my own Dyle. He really suits me. This may sound a bit silly to you, but Dyle Timesley is in fact my full name. I sometimes like to do my own small recording keeping investigations. I'm told I'm not allowed to be speaking with Roger. Scraps once asked me if I preferred dogs or cats. I answered cats, as otherwise I feel it would have been very awkward. But between us, I don't particularly like either. I prefer ponies. I've been looking through some old records at some point, letters and files, whatnot. You wouldn't believe how many letters I found of Shelley's. She'd go on and on writing to the founders of Garden View, many writings of Dinosaur specifically. I swear, was possibly 5 bins worth of letters. Honestly, I'm not sure why we keep Jimbo around. I've had infuriating thoughts of just taking him on a train ride one day, and that would be his last stop ever. Oh well. I often actually chat about, seeing as I supply fresh food here. There's a train that leads outside of the Garden View itself. I ensure supplies end up here. Of course, no other tune is allowed on this specific train. You wouldn't imagine the things I have to do to ensure we get a few luxuries. Tegan once requested to host one of her own tea parties on a train. Sadly, I couldn't allow that. But imagine the atmosphere. That's the best place for a tea on board a train. Anything is better on a train, actually. Except snakes. I can appreciate someone like Tisha. She's actually very that is useless. She is cleaning and, well, she cleans very often. Maybe she isn't all that good when you think about on that fact. Can't help but feel a little bad for Toodles. The poor girl doesn't exactly have friends her age, unless we count that kid who she plays with around Halloween, though I wouldn't count such. Those holiday-themed tunes barely show around when it isn't their season. You know, I was never one for these game show, and I'm not just saying that based on all the very stories Dan Kiss tells me about her. He definitely does not enjoy her company. Don't tell anyone else, but sometimes I leave candy for Yatta out by the trains. Just a little handful. It's always gone by the time I return. Yay! Don't let it show, keep it all inside. The pain in the game, keep it all inside. Anyway, bye.